nightly business report.
Good evening. Tonight, managing short-term securities worth 3.8 trillion rupees that mature in 2025 would be a major concern for Sri Lanka, as the government must deal with liquidity constraints. Following a negative 2% rate in December 2024, Sri Lanka's inflation rate, as determined by the NCPI, decreased to negative 4% in January 2025, indicating a sustained drop in consumer prices. After the strong momentum from the previous week, the Colombo Stock Exchange concluded the day lower. The S&P SL20 index and the All Share Price Index both had notable drops. And Alibaba stock jumped up 13% in Hong Kong after the company's announced intentions to increase its investments in AI and e-commerce and reported third-quarter revenues that are marginally higher than experts had predicted.
From Studio 24, here's Sanuvi Mudanayaka.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Sri Lanka faces a significant challenge in managing 3.8 trillion rupees worth of short-term securities maturing in 2025, with the government needing to address liquidity pressures. Additionally, over 21% of the country's total debt will experience interest rate changes throughout the year, according to the Finance Ministry.
Sri Lanka faces significant debt service obligations this year, with treasury bills worth 3,827.16 billion rupees maturing, requiring careful management of short-term liquidity pressure, according to the Finance Ministry's medium-term debt management strategy. The report highlighted a reduction in the government debt-to-GDP ratio to 98% by the end of last year, following the completion of debt restructuring, with the total outstanding debt standing at $100.3 billion. In addition, 21.4% of the total debt will be face interest rate adjustments in 2025, potentially increasing exposure to short-term interest rate changes. However, the report noted that 97.3% of debt is in fixed-rate instruments, providing stability. The government aims to adopt a domestic-oriented financing strategy and reduce reliance on T-bills while managing external borrowing through concessional loans.
Sri Lanka's non-bank financial institution sector is poised for robust growth, according to a study by Lanka Rating Agency. Supported by improved macroeconomic stability and rising credit demand, with total assets reaching 1.838 billion LKR and profitability improving significantly. The sector's capital base stood strong at 358 billion rupees with a capital adequacy ratio of 23.8%. Asset quality improved as the gross NPL ratio dropped to 12.8% from 22%. However, vulnerabilities remain, including the sector's concentration towards the 12 largest entities and exposure to liquidity risks from short-term deposits and borrowings. Despite progress, the LFC sector continues to face challenges, with household sector NPLs contributing to ongoing credit risk concerns. Sri Lanka's inflation rate, as measured by the NCPI, eased to negative 4% in January 2025, following a negative 2% rate in December 2024, reflecting a continued decline in consumer prices.
Sri Lanka's inflation rate, as measured by the NCPI, dropped to -4% in January this year, down from -2% in December last year. The year-on-year inflation for the food group also saw a decrease, dropping to -2.5% in January from -1% in December last year. Similarly, the non-food group inflation drops to -5.2% in January, compared to -2.9% in December last year. This reflects a continued downward trend in both food and non-food prices. The decline in inflation signals easing pressures on the cost of living. Despite the negative inflation figures, it suggests improved price stability across various sectors. The data highlights that Sri Lanka's inflation management efforts are beginning to yield positive results. The government continues to focus on stabilizing inflation to ensure economic recovery. Such a trend could bring relief to consumers and businesses across the country.
Dimudu Tennakon has been appointed head of commercial at Sri Lankan Airlines, bringing over 30 years of experience in the aviation industry. Previously serving as head of worldwide sales and distribution, he will now oversee worldwide sales, revenue management and marketing. Tennecoon has held key positions in international airlines and is recognized for implementing innovative, result-driven commercial strategies. He is a graduate of the University of Colombo and Buckinghamshire University. In addition to new role, Tennecoon chairs the Sri Lanka Board of Airline Representatives. His appointment is expected to further strengthen Sri Lankan Airlines' commercial growth and strategy. Let's take a short break now. This is a nightly business report. Welcome back to the nightly business report. The Colombo Stock Exchange ended the day lower following last week's positive momentum. Both the all-share price index and the S&P SL 20 indices experienced significant declines, indicating cautious investor sentiment. For further insights, we speak with Manusha Kandanarachi from First Capital Holdings.
Thank you, Sanuvi. The Colombo stock market started the week continuing the selling and profit-taking sentiment of the previous week. Investor sentiment towards banking and diversified financial sector counters remained negative during the today's trading session as HNB Bank, NDB Bank, Commercial Bank, Central Finance and DFCC Bank emerged as the top negative contributors towards the index. The index continued to decline during the early morning hours, followed by a period of sideways movements as well. Accordingly, the all-share price index closed the day in red at 16,687, losing 202 points. S&P SL 20 index also declined by 61 points, reaching to 5,002 today. The lack of closings present in today's market demonstrates decreased participation from both institutional and high net worth investors. Meanwhile, turnover stood at 2.1 billion rupees, marking a decrease of 61.2% from the monthly average as well. Moreover, the banking sector led the turnover by 35%, followed by the capital goods and food, beverage and tobacco sectors, jointly contributing 26% of the overall turnover. Top 3 gainers of the day were Lanka Finance, SMB Finance and Sigiriya Village Hotels. Meanwhile, top 3 losers of the day were Luminex, Ceylon Guardian Investment Trust and Renuka City Hotels. Thank you.
The market began the week negatively, failing to maintain last week's gains in the ASPI and S&P SL 20 indices. With uncertain economic conditions, the market's direction for the rest of the week remains unclear. Investors will likely focus on external factors, earnings reports and economic updates. For further insights, we speak with Dimantha Matthews from First Capital Holdings.
Thanks, Sanuvi. So we are seeing a bit of a decline in the market with some selling pressure coming in. Now with this week being the month end of the week, so basically we are seeing further selling pressure that could be there overall. The investors sometimes look at selling stocks in order to book their profits towards the month end, and that could be part of the reason. In addition to that, we've seen a significantly large run take place, especially in the banking sector, and with the banking sector results being released and all the dividends coming in, we see that amount of selling pressure also coming in with some of the investors that have been in those stocks start looking at booking some amount of profits there as well. However, we feel that with the valuations being strong and also the results being most of the results being better than anticipated, we feel that buying interest is likely to gradually come back into the market. However, that will take a wee bit of time, and with it we feel that buying interest may come in. So gradually as the week progresses, basically we feel the selling pressure may somewhat slow down towards the end of the week. Thank you.
Gold prices remained steady today, holding close to recent record highs, as safe haven demand was driven by growing concerns over a potential U.S. economic slowdown and looming trade tariffs. Spot gold gained 0.1%, reaching $2,940.18 per ounce, while April gold futures remained flat at $2,952.97 per ounce. The precious metal saw a surge last week, hitting new peaks as investors sought refuge amid threats of additional U.S. trade tariffs from President Donald Trump. The uncertainty surrounding a slowing U.S. economy, highlighted by weak economic indicators such as the Purchasing Managers Index and consumer sentiment data, further boosted gold's appeal. Additionally, a drop in the dollar, driven by expectations that economic softness could prompt more interest rate cuts, helped lift broader metal prices. Oil prices slipped in Asia trade today, extending losses from last week. This decline is attributed to the potential resumption of exports from Kurdistan's oil fields. Brent futures fell by 0.01%, reaching $74.42 per barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures dropped by 0.2%, settling at $70.28 per barrel. Investors are also awaiting clarity on negotiations to resolve Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine. Last week, both Brent and WTI crude experienced losses, with Brent posting a 0.4% decline and WTI a 0.5% drop. The ongoing geopolitical uncertainty and supply concerns continue to influence global oil prices. The Sri Lankan rupee has shown a slight appreciation against the US dollar today compared to last week. According to the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, the buying rate of the US dollar has decreased, while the selling rate has also adjusted lower. Let's now take a closer look at how the Sri Lankan rupee is faring against other major global currencies. A short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back. Haley's Fentons has partnered with Hira Industries LLC to exclusively distribute aerosafe fire and smoke curtains in Sri Lanka, marking a significant advancement in the country's fire safety industry.
Haley's Fentons has signed an exclusive distribution agreement with Hira Industries LLC to bring aerosafe fire and smoke curtains to Sri Lanka, advancing the country's fire safety standards. The cutting-edge aeroduct fire and smoke curtains are designed to contain fire and control smoke movement, enhancing safety in homes, businesses and public spaces. These passive barriers help prevent the spread of flames, ensuring safe evacuations, while the smoke curtains manage smoke flow to extraction points, reducing risk during emergencies. Haley's Fentons Managing Director Hasit Premathilake emphasized the company's commitment to innovative safety solutions that meet global standards. Hira Industries' Ramakrishna Gutha expressed excitement about expanding the reach of these advanced fire protection technologies in the country. The partnership promises enhanced security and peace of the mind of Sri Lankans through the introduction of these superior safety solutions. Both companies aim to provide accessible, life-saving technologies for improved fire safety across the island.
George Stewart Engineering has partnered with Needlu Concierge ERP to enhance its operations, marking a significant step in Sri Lanka's engineering and construction sector. The agreement will enable the company to integrate digital solutions into project management, procurement and real-time progress monitoring. With a legacy dating back to 1835, George Stewart Engineering is set to revolutionize its operations using Needlu's highly customizable, no-code ERP system tailored for the construction industry. The partnership will streamline workflows, optimize resource use and drive cost efficiencies. This collaboration sets a new standard for Sri Lanka's engineering industry, pushing digital transformation forward. George Stewart Engineering's move paves the way for other companies to adopt similar solutions, fostering innovation across the sector. Pan Asia Banking Corporation plc reported exceptional financial growth for the year ended 2024, with a 123% increase in profit after tax and a 159% rise in profit before tax. The bank's PAT reached 4.13 billion rupees, doubling its earnings per share to 9.34 rupees. This impressive performance was driven by effective portfolio management, positive results from the sovereign debt restructuring process, and a commitment to sustainable profitability. As a result, the Board of Directors proposed a dividend of 1 rupee per share, a fourfold increase compared to the previous year. The bank's performance aligns with Sri Lanka's gradual economic recovery, with a projected 4.4% growth in 2024. Pan Asia Bank has successfully navigated external challenges while maintaining robust capital retention and distribution. Unilever Sri Lanka has opened a new foods factory in Sapukastanda, with Minister Sunil Hadunnetty in attendance. The facility strengthens local manufacturing, reduces forex dependency, and affords affordable, nutritious food products. Unilever Sri Lanka has opened a new factory in Sapukastanda to produce its malt-based food drinks brand Viva and Horlicks, which were previously imported. The state-of-the-art facility ensures high-quality production with a focus on sustainability and efficiency. It will also generate local employment and support businesses in the surrounding ecosystem. Ali Tariq, Chairman and CEO of Unilever Sri Lanka, highlighted that the factory will provide affordable, nutritious products and reduce foreign currency outflow. Damit Taperatna, Supply Chain Director, emphasized the company's commitment to innovation and operational excellence. Minister Sunil Hadunnetty noted the facility's role in boosting food manufacturing, self-sufficiency and contributing to the economy. The new factory is the fourth addition to Unilever Sri Lanka's local manufacturing sites, making 98% of its volume locally. Hatton National Bank has launched the exclusive Club Elite World Elite Metal MasterCard, elevating luxury banking in Sri Lanka. The invitation-only card offers HNB Club Elite members premium global benefits, including curated travel privileges, luxury accommodations, and personalized concierge services. Cardholders will also enjoy exclusive MasterCard offers such as access to premium events and dining privileges. HNB's head of cards, Gauthamini Ranjan, emphasized the card's role in setting new industry standards for top-tier clients. The Club Elite card also provides access to exclusive experiences with partners like Cinnamon Holidays and TPC golf courses. Additional perks include spa discounts, event access, and tailor-made experiences through MasterCard's priceless specials platform. ICO, a Bloomberg NEF Tier 1 solar module manufacturer, has launched its world's #1 efficiency type ABC modules in Sri Lanka, advancing renewable energy adoption in the region. The launch event was organized in collaboration with Sunbeam Technologies Private Limited. ICO, a leading Bloomberg NEF Tier 1 solar module manufacturer, has launched its world's #1 efficiency N-type ABC modules in Sri Lanka, promoting the country's renewable energy future. The event, organized by Sunbeam Technologies, featured a blend of technological presentations and cultural performances, celebrating Sri Lanka's heritage and innovation. Distinguished guests, including J.M. Atula and Padmadeva Samaranayaka from the Sri Lanka Sustainable Energy Authority, highlighted the importance of advanced solar technologies for sustainability. ICO's N-type ABC modules boast the highest efficiency, with 27.2% cell efficiency and 24.2% module efficiency. These modules are designed with ABC technology, offering superior durability and microcrack resistance for long-term reliability. They perform well even under partial shading and have an improved temperature coefficient for better efficiency in hot environments. ICO's modules are sustainable and dependable choice, ensuring reduced degradation over their lifespan. Aero has partnered with Sri Lanka Cricket to implement its advanced HRIS and payroll system, aiming to optimize HR processes and enhance operational efficiency. This collaboration marks a significant milestone for Aero, highlighting its growing presence in the sports and HR technology sectors. The user-friendly HRIS system will help SLC manage its workforce, track performance, and adopt best practices in HR management. Adisha Salpitikorala, CEO of Aero, expressed excitement about the partnership, emphasizing its impact on the company's reputation. Aero continues to innovate, offering customized HR solutions for organizations across various industries. This partnership underscores Aero's commitment to improving HR management through data-driven solutions. Pramila Ramanathan assumed the role of CEO and Managing Director of Life Insurance Corporation Lanka Ltd. With over 27 years of experience at the LIC of India, one of the world's largest life insurers, she brings extensive expertise to her new position. Ramanathan is a law graduate, MBA holder and fellow of the Insurance Institute of India. Her career spans marketing and operations of life insurance products and services across various channels. She has a proven track record in fostering teams and driving performance within the industry. Ramanathan's appointment is expected to strengthen LIC Lanka's leadership and growth in the Sri Lankan market. Let's take a short commercial break. Global business updates coming on the other side. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Most Asian stocks fell today, tracking steep declines on Wall Street amid persistent concerns over a cooling US economy and increased trade tariffs under President Donald Trump. A tech-fueled rally in Hong Kong paused with investors turning averse towards the broader tech sector before hotly anticipated earnings from market darlings Nvidia Corporation this week. Tech-heavy Asian bourses led declines today, with the South Korea's Kospi down by 0.6%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index was flat on some gains in locally listed Chinese stocks. But tech shares, which drove a stellar rally in the Hang Seng over the past month, most retreated. Australian shares of Block slid more than 10% after it clocked weaker than expected earnings. Alibaba shares surged as much as 13% in Hong Kong after it reported third-quarter revenues just above analysts' estimates and said it plans to invest more in e-commerce and AI.
Alibaba shares surged in Hong Kong trade Friday. They were up 13% by mid-afternoon. The jump came after the firm said a day earlier that it would ramp up investment in AI. Speaking to analysts, company boss Eddie Wu said the new tech was the kind of opportunity that only comes around every few decades. He predicted that AI could one day replace 50% of global GDP. The firm unveiled an updated version of its AI model last month and says it outperforms DeepSeek. That's the hot new Chinese bot that claims to match or beat Western rivals at a fraction of the cost. Now, analysts say that investors increasingly view Alibaba as one of the likely winners of the AI gold rush. Such views have propelled its US-listed shares some 60% higher this year. Sentiment was also lifted by Thursday's earnings numbers from the company. Revenue for the latest quarter hit more than $38 billion, beating estimates. The e-commerce titan benefited from factors including strong demand in overseas markets. It has also cut prices and stepped up promotions to revive demand in its core domestic retail businesses.
That's all from us on the Nightly Business Report for today. We'll see you again tomorrow with the latest updates in the Business Globe. Until then, I'm Sanimudha Nayaka. Thank you for watching and have a good night.